Hey guys, before we get started this week, I have a question for you. Does anyone know what you get when you cross a dark, abandoned building with a heaping pile of accidental deaths?
Syphilis.
Goonies.
A Nike factory.
He trying to suggest something about to happen?
It was mostly rhetorical, but what you get is this week's ghost hunt. The focus of this hunt is going to be on a guy named Dead Man Stokes, and he worked at a place called the Longleaf Sawmill. The oldest in the entire South, the Longleaf Sawmill, built in 1894, was the reason for this whole town, Longleaf, Louisiana, to exist. It was like a company town, and that made the sawmill extra important. It was the source of all the revenue. However, it was also a dangerous place to work. Safety conditions were not what they are now. Accidents happened legitimately all the time. If you wanted a promotion, it was easy to just make sure your friend has an accident. Suddenly you're the foreman.
Is that all it takes? Meet me by the incinerator. Bring snacks.
A pack of murderers.
And Dead Man, he was a real son of a bitch. He was a skidder operator. He was a notorious ballbuster too. The way the sawmill worked was you got paid by how much lumber you brought in. Dead Man being the skidder operator, he moved that lumber. If he didn't think they were pulling their weight, he wouldn't give you a warning. Your warning would be wood chipper.
I have a question. What's a skidder?
That's actually a decent question. A skidder is a piece of machinery that they use at sawmills, like a giant crane game, to pick up lumber.
This is one.
There's one. What are the odds? A prop skidder.
So after the first or second guy, how do you coax the shitty employees over to the wood chipper?
Yeah, we got some whiskey, and let's talk about your raise.
Well, I left the glasses over by the chipper.
Oh, here comes Deadman. He wants to talk to me over on that red X.
How many people do you think he killed?
I'm gonna guess he killed more than one and less than everyone. Yeah.
What's wrong with firing
Yeah, you
people?
could just fired him.
He did fire him. He fired him from Longleaf, from Earth.
Seems like an HR nightmare.
So Henry had a performance review. I think we're having people burgers tomorrow again.
I bet you killed HR.
Here's the deal. Dead Man Stokes and the other sawmill employees, they were tough as nails, and they were murderers. But they weren't the only threat at Longleaf. Because to get the wood in and out of the sawmill, gotta use a train.
I can punch a train.
Jeremy, you can't punch a moving train.
Poof off the tracks.
Those trains were no joke. There was one incident where a dude tripped and he fell in just the right way that his head hit the track and the train just rolled right over, decapitated him. Boom, gone.
Tripped on right in front of the
I
train
think
as
he
it
tripped
came?
on Dead Man Stokes' foot.
The train's coming up. They see Deadman holding him on the rails. He's like, foul!
I'm trying to help him up.
Holy shit!
This is easily gonna be one of the most dangerous hunts we've ever done. You guys ready to go find Dead Man Stokes and some of his victims?
Sure.
Maybe a ghost train or two?
Ghost trains? What unfinished business would a train have?
It didn't drop off its passengers.
Woo woo.